All right, everybody, and I've muted you all too, so it's just me today, so I have some good stuff to cover today. I like to do one by myself every now and then, so I picked December 2nd because I think December is the most wonderful time of the year, and probably not for what you're thinking, not like the song, but it is a great time of the year for the holidays. And look at my birthday is Christmas. We got somebody else on the birthday. I think, is yours is Christmas Eve or the day after? I can never remember. It's the day before, isn't it? Got to hit star 6 though if you're gonna say anything. Anyway, we'll find out later.
Mine is the day after. I didn't know how to unmute.
After.
Mine is.
That was
yeah, and then one day you'll know. And you know what is so amazing? On Christmas Day, it's one day where Rick is 13 years older than me.
That's right. 13.
One day.
That's right. One day, and then it's back to 12.
Yeah, it's back to 12.
It's like Tina. She's the same age as me for 4 months. And actually, yeah, for 4 months. And then we go back to a year different. Well, it's actually 8 months, but yes.
Yeah, you're older.
Yes, I'm older than her. Yes. Everybody thinks I'm 10 years older, but I'm only 10 months older. That's my joke. All right. So it's the most wonderful time of the year because, you get to work and everybody else usually sails off into the sunset. I can't tell you how many agents I hear say, oh, well, nobody buys this time of year and nobody's selling. And that's a bunch of crap you're telling yourself. If you had a real job, lose alert, you do have a real job. You have work days and you have off days and you have on days. The days you're on, you got to be working, okay? So, and why wouldn't you want to be working? Get excited about what you do. You're self-employed. You're an independent contractor. You're a solo entrepreneur. This is a great job. And you're selling the American dream. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this, all right? Legally, anyway. I'm joking. All right. So what could you be doing this time of the year? And anybody else can unmute themselves, too. Amanda jumped in because I want your birthday to be Christmas Eve, okay? But I know it's the day after, because that would be work. Anyway, so it's the day after though. So they're still great. Doesn't matter, right? So anyway, what can you be doing this time of the year? Okay, let's talk about that. First thing is I would put down leverage your existing network. I'm doing a little training called "Is Your Net Working?" Get it? Networking. I'm doing that at the beginning of next year. But right now, I would say leverage your network. And that means reconnect with everybody. If you haven't been through your phone A to Z, start doing it now. Use the month of December for that. If you haven't gone through your CRM A to Z, use the month of December. And now, remember now, this is a great thing to think about. While I'm going through my phone numbers in my CRM, I want to, if I already have them in the VAC, great. If I don't, I'm going to be putting them in. So I make one phone call, talk to somebody. If they're not in the VAC, I load them up real quick, maybe set up a neighborhood report, newsletter, right? Then I go on to the next call. Oh, and make sure you're connected with them on social media, whatever you're using. You got to bring your network together, folks. You have such a tremendous opportunity. Like when I started the business, we didn't have any of this. We didn't even have cell phones. Matter of fact, cars were just no, I'm kidding. I'll be 60 next month. So I've been in this business for 39 years. Actually, it's this month. This month I can say I'm in my 40th year. All right. Very shortly I'll be able to say that. And not, only because I've been doing this since I was 19 years old. In my first full-time year, I was 20. I got my license at 19. I was still in college. And then my first full-time year, I was 20 because I only went to college for 2 years and jumped into this baby because I just said, you know what, it makes a lot of sense. Like when I tell you, like when I go to the education classes now, people getting their licenses, and I look at the class, I'm like, look at all these young people. When I started in the business, I was the only person in my office. Okay, never mind. There was nobody in their 30s. I was the only person in my 20s. The closest person to my age was like mid 40s. So literally the next person closest to me in age was over twice my age. And that was very common for a while, right? So that's why I didn't make a lot of friends early on in real estate, calling expireds, taking their listings, selling them half their age. I just wasn't a very popular guy for a while. And then everybody started doing it like that too. I mean, calling expireds 35 years ago was just not done by most people. Today it's normal. I mean, listing expired, you can call them. Back then, it was not illegal or unethical, but just no one had done it before. So they were not happy, right? Today, perfectly normal. So leverage your existing network, reconnect with everybody. If it's the right time, I always remind them what I do. I mean, what I'm talking about is asking for referrals, but there's a way to do it. We don't go, hey, who do you know? I always say, and don't forget what I do for work. Anybody in your family, your neighborhood, people, that you see at church, anybody you hear talking about real estate, please keep me in mind. That's how I ask for referrals. All right. And every now and then, I think it's perfectly fine to send out an email, like part of your email campaign with enclosed as a form, name, address, phone number, email of anybody you know that I could help in real estate or could be using the neighborhood report that I'm sending you. People will fill it out and send it back to you. Right. But don't do that a lot, maybe once a year. Okay. I think that's a great idea. All right. So leverage your existing network. And if you're newer in the business, your job is to continue to build that network. You look at the whole idea in real estate is having your own network of people. That's not just you talk to. That's also that you have in the VAC and you're connected with on social media. And your job is to build that every day. Build it every day, a little bit. Okay, even if it's 1% a day, that's a lot in no time. All right, so that's my first point, leverage your network. By the way, all you have to do is hit *6. Anybody can ask a question at any time. *6 unmutes you. So if you want to, but then just make sure you remute yourself because most people are on cell phones. All right, so leverage your existing network, reconnect, and don't be afraid to ask for referrals. Number 2 is optimize your marketing efforts. Once again, social media. If you're not being consistent with social media, folks, you're just being lazy. Let's just face it. Well, I don't like to do videos. Do you think I do? I bought a ring light. I have a stand on my desk. I don't wake up in the mirror, look at myself in the mirror and say, I can't wait to do a video with you today. I don't do that. People think I do, but I don't. I'm just as uncomfortable as you. Like today, I hadn't done it in 4 days, which is an eternity. All right, so it took me a few minutes to do it, but I did it this morning on. It's the most wonderful time of the year, the way I started the call. All right, and I usually on a coaching call or a book I'm listening to or a conversation I've had or things like that. I mean, that's how I come up with my topic for the day. By the way, Wednesday, I'm interviewing Amanda. We're just going to have really a conversation. It's not really going to be an interview about the market and what's going on and all that kind of stuff on Facebook Live. So, Murad, make sure you're on there, okay? Otherwise, she will divorce you from the office. All right, so optimize your marketing effects. That's social media. End of year promotions. I like that. What if you did an end of the year promotion? Like you had a certain listing or maybe you had, a trivia question to ask and give out something or anything to get their attention. I like sending out to your whole database a trivia question and then giving out a prize for the person who answers it first. Then you can take a picture of the screenshot, put it on social media, show everybody who came in first, second, and third, and just make a little thing out of it. It's an interesting way to remind your database who you are without it being about real estate. I actually had a guy in Arizona do this, a husband and wife team, and he made it themey around like Mother's Day, Father's Day, July 4th, Memorial Day. He would send out a question and then he would do that screenshot and you get a lot of mileage out of that. Plus you're giving away free stuff. People love that. All right. So optimize your marketing effects. I recommend social media. I recommend videos for social media, but you can do anything you want. I think videos are important. I think once you start doing them, you realize how silly you were talking yourself out of it. I mean, has there ever been a time in your life where you were agonizing and agonizing and agonizing over something? Then you actually did it and you realize that really wasn't that bad. As a matter of fact, it was cool. And then you keep doing it and then it works. Yeah, that's how videos are going to work for you if you just start getting consistent with them. Turn the camera on yourself, start talking. It doesn't matter what, consistent is better than perfect. As a matter of fact, perfect isn't even what people want to see because they know that they're not perfect. And the fact that they figure out that you're not and you're a person and they can get to know you, then they'll start to use you. Plus, people know how hard it is to do a video. They respect you when you start doing videos because they say, my God, that's awesome. That person is really committed to the business, to their job, because I know I could never do those videos, but most people aren't salespeople. You are. You're a business owner. You own your own business. You already have the best brand in the world. Now you need to be the brand within the brand. And that's you talking most of the time, saying good stuff. Okay, so take advantage of that, folks. It's really important. Next one I wrote down here, number 3, is focus on high quality leads. Segment your pipeline. This time of the year, I don't know about you, but I was a prospector, so I loved this time of the year. I would go through my whole database, okay, and I would look at them and go, okay, this person's buying next year or selling. Oh, here's another one based on the notes, right? And then I would call them this time of year. Hey, Murad, Ricky, I'm just checking in. I know you're not moving till next year. Is your time frame still the same? How's everything going? Blah, blah, blah. And sometimes people will move up, but you can't over follow up when people are moving, even if it's next year. You can, however, under and then be undercut by someone else. I know everybody on this call has probably had that happen, myself included. Okay, and if you think family members and friends won't forget you, they do. So call them as, you got to treat them like real clients. Matter of fact, when I was working with a family member or friend, I always ask for permission to make the relationship professional when it comes to selling or buying of their home. Yes, great. So that's what, and then today it makes it even easier because you have to get them to sign a buyer broker agreement. And if it's a listing, obviously that's always been, you need to have them sign a listing. So permission to make this relationship professional, at least for the transaction. And they will respect you for that. Matter of fact, a lot of them go, good, I just wanted to make sure you were taking this seriously. Yeah, of course I am. It's my job. So segment your pipeline, go through, talk to everybody. Okay, and then make sure you look at every lead for last year. Now, the ones you can't find or you left messages for, this year is set up kind of well because you got Christmas on a Wednesday, New Year's Day on a Wednesday. So, like a lot of us will take, at least half of Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and maybe the next day or maybe that weekend, whatever. Okay, whatever days you're going to take off, plan to take them off, and then whatever days you're going to work. But I can tell you the 30th and the 31st, at least in the morning of the 31st, great times to find everybody you couldn't find before. A lot of people home, a lot of people are in the mood to talk, so if you can't find somebody and you're looking for them, Monday the 30th, great day if you're going to be working, and Tuesday the 31st, maybe cut out at 1. Maybe take the whole day off. If you're going to call all day on the 30th, you may not need to work on the 31st. And then you got a couple of days off again. So it's pretty good. It's set up really good this year for taking a little time off and also working hard. So take advantage of it and make sure you go to your database A to Z and talk to everybody and identify who is doing something, next year or even in December maybe. And make sure you talk to them and give them all kinds of attention. Okay, so that's number 3 on my list. Number 4, sharpen your skills. Okay, reflect on where you were weak this year. Well, I only got 40% of my listings I went on. You should be getting at least 65, 70% or more. Okay, so do you have to work on your listing presentation? Now's the perfect time to do it. All right, work on your listing presentation. Work on your buyer presentation. Role play them. If you're weak at some scripts, practice them. I got reflect and change, meaning be honest. Don't beat yourself up, but be honest with myself, okay? Hey, you know what? I can get better at my listing presentation. You know what? I can get better at my buyer presentation. Okay, work on them. It's not the end of the world. Just work on them. Get better at them. I mean, you're in a business that you get paid for what comes out of your mouth, or not in some cases. Once again, you already, and I don't just say this because, I've been with Berkshire Hathaway over 10 years now. I say it's okay, people don't realize it. It's the reason I came here was because of the Berkshire Hathaway name. One of the reasons. The other one was the prior owner, Mark Stark, and then Uncle Warren buying Prudential and turned it into Berkshire Hathaway. I was like, what a home run situation that is. And it's even been better than I thought. All right, so from a standpoint of recognition, they know who Berkshire Hathaway is. They've already put you, at high esteem. Then you go in there, and if you match that with what comes out of your mouth, okay, you're going to get almost everyone you go on. And if you're not now, okay, then you need to work on your presentation. both buyers and sellers. Role play, work on them, get really good at it. I mean, look at Maria Hill's presentation out of the VAC. That's the perfect visual presentation part to use. The rest of it is you talking. I personally like the Mike Ferry presentation, question-based, take them through the CMA, and so, but you come up with your own. I mean, you have plenty of options on how to do it. Just have it down as to what you're going to present. All right? So sharpen your skills and reflect and change, meaning reflect on what you think you can get better at, and then make a commitment to change it. And then training and role playing, go to my training, join my coaching. Both of those are free, all right, when you're with the company, all right, and then come up with some role play partners. If you really want to have role play partners in this company, you can find them. Email me or my assistants, and I'll help you with it as well. All right, so and number 5 is business plan. Okay, so if you haven't done your business plan, you're already late, but definitely do it now. All right, and then build momentum means you got to keep your momentum going through the end of the year. Today is a work day. I don't know if you guys saw my video a couple of days ago, last week, but I say Thanksgiving is a holiday. Christmas is a holiday. It's not a hol a week. It's not a hol a month. All right, so pick what days you're going to take off, pick what days you're going to work, and work. Nothing feels better than when we turn the corner. I mean, literally the first work day of the year is Thursday the 2nd. All right, Friday the 3rd. My success series is on Monday the 6th. We moved it up a week. So the first full business week of the year, we're doing success series. All right, so keep your momentum going. Don't fall short. This is a tremendous time. 1, 2, 3. You got 3 solid weeks. Okay, and then the next 2 weeks, if you even worked one of them, like take the equivalent of 5 days off, 5 days on. So you have 4 full work weeks between now and the end of the year, or I should, till January 3rd, which is a Friday. So there's 4 full work weeks in there, even though there's 5 weeks, and you could still take 2 days off here, 2 days off there, whatever, to the equivalent of 5 work days during the week, plus whatever weekends, and still finish strong and start strong. It feels incredibly good to turn the corner into next year and to have stuff going on. Okay, so there you go. So what? Let's review, and then I'll open it up for questions. Leverage your existing network. Reconnect. Ask for referrals. All right. Optimize your marketing effects. Social media, end of year promotion, or come up with a promotion that you do a few times through the year. Focus on high quality leads. Segment your pipeline, meaning which ones are going to be moving, which ones aren't, and definitely identify the ones who are moving in the near future. All right. Sharpen your skills by reflecting and then making the change, and then training and role playing. Remember, if you want to join my coaching, which is almost free right now, so I would join it right now if you really are thinking about it. Email my assistant, Lisa P, LISAP, at BHHSNV.com. We'll get you right in there. Remember, I have group coaching. When you're newer, groups of 4, every other week for 30 minutes. Okay, so groups of 4, every other week for 30 minutes. Then I have regular one-on-one coaching. Now you've been in the business for a while, you're doing deals, your needs are more individual. Individual coaching every other week, 30 minutes, plus you have homework. And then I have high intensity, which we touch base every week. And then we have a once every other week group call. So all 3 of those are available. I have a little room in each one of them, especially the high intensity, because that is the most intensive. That's why I called it high intensity. So if you want to jump into that, you can do that as well. All right. So the last point is make sure your business plan is done and you're doing the schedule that goes along with it for the month of December, because you want to build, keep, actually maybe even intensify your momentum. Okay, so you go, there's my 5 points for today. How about any questions? Hit *6, it'll unmute you. Any questions, any statements, anybody want to add to what I just said? Feel free to hit *6 and unmute yourself.
Hi, Rick. This is Murad.
Hey, Murad.
Hey, just reiterating what is on what you mentioned a minute ago, that anybody talking about real estate during the holiday periods, especially the end of the year, they're highly motivated. Anybody looking, anybody's even browsing, they're most likely highly motivated than anyone else.
Right.
So anybody, there is less traffic, but the traffic is serious. And this speaking from experience.
Yeah, and you have less competition, so your batting average actually could be better because a lot of people have checked out. They're just not working like they normally would, which is to me is a really big mistake this time of year.
Absolutely, and also it's a great way to reach for all, especially our database, and to wish them happy holidays. And the same token, hey, how can we help you? Who do you know we can help in real estate? Who needs help here, especially in this period of the year, so we can provide our service and to them and assist them in whatever they need.
Absolutely. Great point, Murad. Very, very good point. Yep. Awesome. All right. Anybody else want to make a point? Want to ask questions? Want to interject? Feel free. Hit *6 and then we can hear you. Don't be shy. All right, that's cool. So really consider these 5 points, folks. Like I said, it is the most wonderful time of the year if you're working. Nothing makes you feel better than working consistently. And I don't know about you, but I've been in real estate like my whole life, basically. And, 4 days off. I just had 4 days off: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's like a vacation. I feel like I've been gone for a week, right? So you have the opportunity to get some rest in because of Christmas and New Year's. I would take advantage of it. Stay away from drinking too much, eating too much. Okay, you can eat too much, but don't drink too much because then you feel like crap the next day, especially as you get like over 35 or 40, and the hangover is like a fate worse than death. All right, so stay away from that stuff. It's just really dead calories. But enjoy yourself. Take some time off. Recommit. Make sure you visit your business plan often, and most importantly, the days you're on, follow your schedule, be disciplined, and the days you're off, enjoy yourself. Okay, have some good time off with your family. All right, folks, keep it rocking. We will pick this up again next week. If you need me, call me anytime. Join my coaching. Talk to your managers, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, everybody.